Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to a brand new Q&A where things get crazy, dark, violent, scary, and brutal all at the same time, but in the end we're all having fun and laughing. I don't know what's happening. Before we jump into the questions, I first wanted to mention a man. I've mentioned him once before on this channel. It's George Takei, you know, the man who flew the original Enterprise back in the day. He has a YouTube series called Takei's Take. It's an epically awesome fun time and a dive into technology and trends with some of your favorite YouTubers making guest appearances. Check this clip out.
C5.
Hit. B8.
You sunk my battleship.
So if you want to watch George Takei tackle gaming and technology, definitely give it a watch. So yeah, click that up there and make sure you subscribe to Takei's Take. Anyway, yeah, definitely subscribe, give it a watch, and make sure you check out the newest episodes. How you guys doing? I was eating a whole bag of hot Cheetos, like I had them sitting around for a week just savoring the flavor. Hot Cheetos. They're breathtaking, they're amazing, and they explode in your mouth, and that's what I love. That sounds weird and disgusting. By the way, look at this. I made my my Transformers trailer review the other night, and I was playing with my Bumblebee doll, which just sounds sad and pathetic, and I threw it, not out of anger, just out of disgust, and the leg broke off, and I literally don't know where it is. I looked for it for like 10 minutes, and I can't find it. It's gonna pop up in the most random place. Like I'm gonna go to brush my teeth one day and grab the Bumblebee leg and be like, well, how did this get here? So I'm gonna put that over there for now. It looked at me. Anyway, guys, I first wanted to mention this though before we jump into your questions here. I have a couple free t-shirt codes I want to give away to redbubble.com. That's where you can pick up my shirts, link down below if you want a closer look. There's shirts that I made about my channel. There's also some other shirts like an American Psycho t-shirt. So check that out. But here's what I want to do. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, please follow me if you haven't already. And here's what I'm going to do. Starting as soon as you guys see this video, go to Twitter @JohnFlickster and tweet I want a Flick Pick t-shirt and tell me why. Give me an interesting, good reason why you want one, and I will randomly pick somebody out of the Twitter feed. Is that what they even call it? I don't know. You kids nowadays and all your trendy technology Twitter tweeters. I don't know what that means. So anyway, go to Twitter right here. I'll put the thingy, link down below to that, and just tweet me @JohnFlickster. I want a Flick Pick t-shirt. This is why. Give me any reason you want. And I'll pick one of those, and then I'll do a live video where I announce the winner. So, and then next week I'll do another giveaway for one of the free codes. And you can buy anything you want from redbubble.com. All right. Let's jump into your questions here. Hey, Johnny Badass, what is your opinion on the remake of 310 to Yuma? I liked it. I think I watched it 2 times. I remember actually I bought that movie when it first came out on DVD. I bought it on DVD full screen. So this was back 2007. I don't know why I did that, but I bought it, watched it, liked it, and watched it on Blu-ray. And I can be honest with you, before I bought any Blu-ray movies, before I bought a Blu-ray player, the thing that made me buy this was my friend had a Blu-ray player, and I was like, show me how it looks. I'm gonna see how it looks. And that's the only movie he had. He showed me, and I seen like the grain and all the vivid colors, and I was like, and then that wasn't even from the Blu-ray. It was like because I had a man crush on Russell Crowe or something. And then I went out the next day and bought a Blu-ray player. All right, and his next question is, it's getting weird tonight. This is what happens when I make videos at 5:52 in the morning. This isn't healthy. Okay, neither is eating an entire bag of hot Cheetos. And also, I swear he had another question here. And that comes from Zach Nunez. All right. John, how would you break the news to your children Santa isn't real? I would set them down. I'd be very sensitive about it. And I'd be like, hey, you know that guy who dresses up like a red weirdo who climbs down our chimney and leaves you presents? Guess what? I'm the guy giving you those damn presents, okay? Not some obese guy sneaking down the chimney eating our goddamn cookies, okay? It's me. I'm the working man around here, and you're gonna give me the respect I deserve. And if you disbehave, you know what? I have a naughty or nice list, all right? And I'm the guy who's buying those presents. I'm around all the time. You better be nice to me, not some magical figure who sneaks down our chimney once a year. Santa's fake, all right? Now, go mow the yard. All right. I probably wouldn't say... Yeah, I would. I got to be tough on my kids. I don't want, you know, you got to be tough on the kids, you know. They'll hate you for it later. And What's with the Christmas theme question here? Okay, and then have you ever used a mistletoe to kiss a girl? No, I only use alcohol to kiss women. Hey John, you're a boss, favorite Star Wars character, and answering with slave Leia is cheating. Yeah, I would love. Wouldn't you love a slave woman like that? I know that sounds weird and very sexist, but a slave Leia. Just imagine going down to your basement on a cold, rainy night and just having that waiting for you. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Han Solo. We'll go with Han Solo. No, you know what? Darth Vader. Darth Vader. I like bad guys. I like villains. Darth Vader's a badass. But you ever notice villains always have to be fucked up in one way or another? Like, they can just never be physically normal. Like, they gotta have scars, or they gotta have a breathing apparatus on their face, talking about Bane. Think the shadows are your ally. They always have to have some kind of weird imperfection. Why can't they just be like the normal nice guy? Alright. With recent criticism to the new Hobbit movie, I'd ask you, John, what is your favorite prequel? It can be a single film or a collection of them, even a game, a book. Anyone else want to pitch in? Favorite prequel, and I know there's something there. Can we consider Batman Begins a prequel for half the movie? I know there's a prequel I want to mention right now. It's not coming to my mind. I can tell you one of the worst prequels I ever seen was the movie Hannibal. Talk about a letdown. Like, what the hell was happening? I know there's a good prequel, though. I know there was something... I'm not going to say this is the best one. By far, this is not the best one, but I slightly enjoyed Prometheus. Not the best prequel. I'm not saying it is, but I think it's well made. Good question, though. Hey, John, if you could get a quote on the back of a Blu-ray, which movie would you choose and what would the quote be? It can be bad or good. It'd be on the back of the Dark Knight Blu-ray, and it'd say, Batman's fucking awesome, by John Flickster. I took a friend to buy the same... Okay, we're talking about the mic right here. Hey, John, please answer. Who would win, Maximus Decimus or Achilles or Leonidas? Achilles... You sack of wine. Achilles he was probably the best warrior out of all of them. Leonidas. Leonidas, he's good. Maximus Decimus is still my hero. Father to a dead son, husband to a dead wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life and the next. I'll go with Achilles on that one. Hey John, thanks for the advice. I'm the guy who asked about making friends. Hey, no problem, man. That's what I'm here for. And I'd say I'm a lot like you. I'm pretty antisocial and stuff. Why am I antisocial all of a sudden? I'm actually very social. It's just I like to do it in very small doses. Like, I can go out and be Mr. Sociable, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I want to go home and lay down. Have you read the book Fight Club? No, I have not. I have not read it. What did you think about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes trailer teaser? Looks good. I like the post-apocalyptic setting. I like Gary Oldman giving a speech. That kind of reminded me of, like, The Dark Knight Rises a little bit when he was giving that speech. But I can't wait to check it out. T-shirt ideas, feel free to claim them. Flick time. I love flicks like you. Do you flick? These are like innuendos for picking up women at bars. Emphasis on how flick caps look like fuck. Haha, awesome. Absolutely. That's why I put them in caps. You know, it's about grabbing the attention. And that's the best thing you can learn in graphic design or marketing is you got to grab their attention and make people do a double check on it. There was a store in town that actually used to put their signs upside down just to make you look at them. If you we're talking about the podcast here. I do want to do a podcast. I'm trying to figure it out. And I do want to put it on iTunes, though it seems a little bit complicated, so I'm going to try to, I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it all. Hey, Johnny Papa, your facial skin always looks so hydrated and plump. What moisturizer do you use? And you called me an asshole at the end of it. Thanks, asshole. Well, I don't use alcohol because alcohol dries out your skin and makes you age faster. I don't, I'm not a big moisturizer guy. Every once in a while I apply a little lotion just because like I'll go to the gym and I'll use their shitty prison soap and it like dehydrates you and it just feels like it's like something's trying to suck the spirit out of you. So I'll put a little lotion on after that every once in a while. Hey, Johnny Rockets. I like that. That's going to be my stage name if I ever get into adult films. What do you think of Lights Camera Jackson? I'm not answering another Lights Camera Jackson. Not right now. I can't handle it. It's too late and it'll just get too violent and bloody. But if I could just take that little kid, it's that little fucking scrawny kid, and I just put my bicep around his oh God. Do you like that, Lights Camera Jackson? Do you know what I can do to you? Okay. And just like, why don't you like good movies? Oh! Look what you made me do, you little jerk. Alright, see, that's why I don't talk about him. Now my hand hurts. Alright. If that kid ever finds my videos, he's gonna be like, Mommy, I'm gonna call the cops. By the way, Wolf of Wall Street gets a D-. I don't know, I just didn't understand it. It was crazy. Inception gets a D. But I'm gonna give Jack and Jill a B+. I don't know why, I just like stupid fucking movies. That's why we don't talk about them. Alright, sorry. Let's take a break for a second. Let's just calm down from what just happened there. If you guys want, you can pause the video and go get a drink. Okay. I'm sorry for that outburst. That was unprofessional, and I apologize. Whew. Will you review the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films? Alright, I'm starting this new thing on my Flick Pick channel. The first movie up will be Over the Top. It's a new series called Flick This Movie. It's a review of the movie, but it's kind of it's a little quicker, a little cooler. It's fast paced. It's funny. I'm putting it together to be very entertaining. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze might be one of those movies on the list. American Psycho is one of those movies, but the first movie will be Over the Top, starring Sylvester Stallone. Winner takes all, loser takes fall. Over the Top. Alright. Hey, John, I need your advice. This is... There's this girl I met in summer of 07 and 08. After the summer was over, I didn't see her again. She recently messaged me on Facebook, and we started talking, and then we texted each other. I realized I like her. Should I ask her out? Absolutely. Okay? You know, you never want to ask your question. When you're 40 years old and you're sitting alone in a dirty old house, you never want to ask yourself, what if? What if? Okay? You know, you got to live every day like it's the last, and you got to go for it, all right? You got to go for it. Go to the extreme, Johnny, and then push it a little bit more. Absolutely ask her out. What's she going to do? Say no? I'd rather have her slap me in the face and say no than say and then never know and then doubt myself. If only I could go back in time. There's so many other things I would have just been like, I'm going for it. I don't care. Laugh at... Oh, okay. John Flickster is the most entertaining psychopath there is. Long live the Flickster. Best comment ever. Thank you. Alright. Hey, Johnny Pedo Flick. Thanks, man. Would you rather play chess with Austin Powers or put the lotion on the basket? Probably just put the lotion in the basket. Sounds easier. Hey, Flick, have you ever listened to Kevin Smith's podcast, Hollywood Babylon? Ralph Garman on the podcast reminds me of you a bit. I've heard that actually somewhere else. Yeah, I have listened to his Babylon. I usually listen to his Fat Man on Batman, which, by the way, I'm so jealous of that. Like, I would love to sit there and talk about Batman once a week. I don't know if I could call it Fat Man on Batman, but I could call it like Flick on Batman. But then it's just a ripoff of Fat Man on Batman. But yeah, every once in a while I do listen to his podcast. Hey, John, I don't know if you know who Justin Carmichael is, but if you can, check out his YouTube channel. And then you go on to mention 20 other people. I have checked, most of these people you're mentioning I have checked out. Trust me, I'm on YouTube all the time, man. I know of a lot of people on YouTube. Hey, Johnny Iceman, what's your best pickup line? Don't just look at it, eat it. Never say that to a woman. You will end up in handcuffs. Hey, Johnny 600, you're doing a great job. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Never miss a video. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. Anyways, have you ever checked out the movie Highway Joe and the Outlaw Hosey Wales? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. If so, what are your thoughts? Oh shit, what are we talking about here? Yeah, I like both movies, but I gotta finish real quick. If so, do you still have your VHS player? No, I don't. You should sport them in the Flick Studio. Don't forget The Roots. And we're talking about Three Ninjas, Double Dragon, Last Action Hero, Street Fighter, and a whole bunch of other terrible movies. Oh, Forrest Gump's not terrible. By the way, speaking of those movies, Double Dragon. Has anyone ever seen that? Double Dragon. There's a guy in that movie, I think his name's Bobo. Is it Bobo? It's something along those lines. Maybe it's not Bobo. But anyway, this guy's like a roid rage freak, and he doesn't have a neck after he starts juicing. I don't know why. I always remember that guy. I had a nightmare about him one time when I was a kid. I don't know why. And then part of me wanted to become that. And he drove like this armor-plated truck. I was like, I kind of want that. All right. John, where do you stand on Rocky 3? I like how that's a very serious question. Like, that's my political views in life. Well, Rocky 3. Mr. T, I like it. I will say the training montage in that movie where he's training with Apollo Creed is some of the most testosterone-driven, what's the word I'm looking? Bromance I've ever seen with him and Apollo. Like they're running down the beach and then they just hug each other all tight, and I'm like, that's cool, man. Like only in the 1980s was that okay. And they're wearing like little short shorts. It's the eye of the tiger. Yeah, that's where that song got made famous. What will you do if you're Ferris Bueller? Probably the same shit he did. Actually, you know what? I would just have invited my hot girlfriend who was Sloane in the movie. I would have said, screw you, Cameron. You can stay home and pretend like you're sick. I still would have borrowed his father's car, but me and Sloane would have just hung out in it all day. That chick was hot. Hey there, John. Do you watch Medea movies? Fuck no, man. Come on. Have you seen Benedict Cumberbatch, Sherlock? No, I haven't. Sorry, I've answered that 100 times. Hey, Johnny Flickster. Would you rather get chased by wasp for 20 minutes every 6 months or lick dog shit for 5 minutes straight? I'd probably get chased by wasp because there's a good chance I won't get stung, but licking the dog shit, you're just like, yeah, I'm about to lick dog shit, and it happened, and I had to do it. Hey, John, you're awesome. Can you please try and say what all trilogy you have watched? It's okay if you can't, but don't make me do that. I can't. My brain would melt. You know, Star Wars, the Dark Knight trilogy, Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Man with No Name trilogy, technically more than 3 movies, I believe. That's 3, right? There's so many trilogies, I can't name them all. Hey John, my name is Sergio, and I'm a huge fan. Thank you. And he's from Madrid, Spain. That would like to know if you've ever watched European movies such as The King's Speech or The Artist. Thank you for your attention. You're awesome. I did watch The King's Speech. I liked it, and it's probably a movie I'll never watch again, though. Hey, Johnny, what is your favorite sandwich? Speaking of sandwiches, I actually made one a little bit earlier. It was a ham, a cheese, pickle sandwich with mayo and mustard on it. And then I ate it with hot Cheetos. It was delicious, and I enjoyed every second of it. But sometimes I get a little bit risky, a little bit crazy, and I make a turkey sandwich with a high-grade quality primo cheese on it. And then what I do is I throw it in my toaster oven for a little bit. Just get warm, get a little melted, get a little, a little snuggy, and I eat that. That's probably one of my favorite sandwiches. But does the cheese toasty count as a sandwich? I don't know. Hey, Johnny boy. Love your videos. The places your mind goes frightens and entertains me. Good, me too. Have you ever been noticed by fans in public? Also, what movies did you think deserved Oscar nominations but didn't get any? I don't keep up with the Oscars. I truly don't. I don't care. It's all political. I don't care. I like what the viewers think of movies. I don't care what these academies think of them. I just never have. I just could care less. As far as being noticed out in public, off the top of my head, I was noticed one time at the gym by a younger viewer. He's probably a teenager, but he said he looked at me a few times weird, and I was over there lifting. He kept looking at me weird. And then all of a sudden, I walked over by the fountain, and he came up behind me. He's like, "Hey, do you make YouTube videos?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you flick pick?" I'm like, "No, I just look like him." But no, he was really cool, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of bizarre, but it's only happened once, I think. You should add some inspirational music during the last question just to give it a bit of spice. Dude, if I could add inspirational music during the whole video, I would, because inspirational music is everything. I just downloaded a whole bunch of new Batman remix theme songs. Fucking epic, man. Like, this shit you listen to, it's just like, you can't even sit down anymore. You're like, I gotta get up and do some push-ups. I gotta do something with my life. I gotta go save humanity. Like, I wish my next door neighbor's house was on fire just so I could listen to the Batman remix motivational music, jump out my window and go save them. Okay? If the song ends before I get there, though, they're just gonna burn to death. Have you ever seen Reservoir Dogs? Why does somebody always ask that? Yes, I have. I've answered yes to that every single time. Okay, I'm gonna answer a few more questions here. The next one comes from Blaze the Movie Fan. I'm not a fan of podcasts, but to be honest, I would prefer your Q&A videos, so I'm happy to know you're still doing them. Absolutely. If I do podcasts, that's just an extra thing. That's just maybe an hour of me blabbing on about something else. It's not necessarily Q&As. It's going to be, movie topics, life advice, so things like that. But I will always, because Q&As is one of the funnest things I can think to do, I will always, at the end of all of those kind of videos, always do a short Q&A session. Peter Pan, I always thought your favorite Disney movie was Aladdin, and I would definitely download the podcast. Street Rat, Rift Raft, I don't buy that. You're right, Aladdin is my favorite. I think when I answered that question last week, I blanked out for a minute. I was just thinking of Peter Pan flying around in little kids' windows, and I was like, I want to do that right now. So please forgive me. One of your best videos in a long time. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. I totally agree with your philosophy, time over money. And if you guys don't know what he's talking about, check out last week's Q&A where I sat there and give this long 5-minute rant about how time over money is more valuable in life. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end it there. Here's a question from Vinylmation Revealed. Very pretty girl on YouTube. Check her out. What kind of phone do you have? I have an HTC One, and I actually just ordered an OtterBox off Amazon because here's the story. See, I knew I was going to get one last question that made me tell you guys a long story. I have this phone case protector thing, and it's okay, but it doesn't protect the screen. And right now I'm using my phone as an MP3 player, or to listen to music when I go to the gym because my old one broke. I actually got mad at it in the gym parking lot because it wouldn't work. I was like, I need my music right now. Without it, I am nothing. So I threw it out on the parking lot and drove over it and then reparked my car. And when I got out of my car, an older guy who was sitting in an SUV was watching me. He's like, what just happened? So I got an OtterBox, which has a protective case on it. And that way, when I'm sick, because what I do is I put my phone in my pocket, and when I take the dumbbells and I'm lifting them, and I set back up from doing like a chest press with them, I drop them on my legs right here. And I just know one day I'm going to have my $500 phone sitting there, and I'm going to crash it right into the screen of the phone, and I'm going to scream like a little woman and take one of the dumbbells and just throw it across the room and start crying and then run out. So that's why I bought the protective case. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Tweet me at John Flickster. Tweet, what? I don't even remember what I said. Oh, I want a Flick Pick t-shirt, and tell me the reason why. Be witty, be funny, be serious, and I'll pick one of those, and I will do a live giveaway, and I'll pick the winner, and then we'll do another one the week after that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and want to make sure there was nothing else I wanted to tell you. Oh, if you haven't already, make sure you watch the last live video I did with Chris Stuckman. So that's on my channel. Check that out. We talk about all the movie news. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.